Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my 1964 Morris Mini Traveller. So in a previous video I mentioned that I would do a walk around of the car, so that's my plan today, if hopefully it stays dry, as we've been having a bit of rain and showery weather this last few days, so all being well it will stay in our favour for this. So before I do that, you may already have seen a few photos and a few videos of the car, either on my Instagram page, which is at Team Ballylough Classics. I'll put a link to my page below. So, but as well as that, the car was featured on Miller Corner in one of Joe Miller's videos. So I'll put a link to that video and to Joe's channel as well on there. So if you jump over there too and check out his videos, some of them are pretty awesome. So yeah, let's pull the car out and we'll get a walk around. Okay, so before I take the camera off the stand and go for a walk around, I thought maybe just give a wee bit of background about how I actually ended up getting the Traveller. So around 97, 98, I was looking for my first car for whenever I would pass my driving test. I'd had minis growing up, I think my first one was like 11 or 12, but obviously when I wanted a car for the road, of course a Mini was the only car I wanted at the time. So I had looked at a few various Minis, Coopers, Cooper S's, could afford the insurance on them, and so on, but I just knew I wanted a Mini. But a friend of the family's was looking at storage for a car, and a cousin of his needed a room so that he could store his car into it, and it just came up in conversation that he had an old Mini. So a friend of the family, he invited me to come down and see this Mini that he had, maybe would I be interested in. So I went down to look at it, didn't expect it to be a Mini of this age, and let alone a Mini Traveller. So whenever I saw it, and it was in relatively good condition, it did need restored, but it was in pretty good condition for its age, as it had been stored for like 12 or 15 years in this dry barn, so I knew I had to have it. So long story short, I got the car, brought it home and gave it a light restoration at the time. Now under the bonnet was the original 848cc 30 odd horsepower engine, which was C solid. So that duly got pulled out. The whole car was given a light restoration. It only needed a wing and some minor welding and a respray. So it got resprayed in the original almond green. And then under the bonnet, it plugged in a 998 out of a 1984 Mini City, along with its wiring loom, all its electrics and so on, hence why I'll show you later the car has a Mark III or Mark IV steering column and switchgear, and that got me going on the car. So jumped up to a really potent 40 something horsepower at that time. So that got me around, got me onto the road, and yeah, so I've never looked back since, and the car has evolved quite a bit since then. So I'll just give you a spin round and I'll show you where the car is at the minute. So one of the first things really to say about the external of the car is, with being a 1964 model, it's one of the very last of what's known as the smooth roof model. So in 1965 the roof panel pressing was changed to include about 5 ridges which ran the length of the roof, which was there purely to reduce vibration and drumming from the roof panel. So as you can see here, the roof is smooth the whole way down. So those ridges would have ran from front to rear down the roof. So this is one of the very last of those smooth roof cars. So we look at the paintwork on the car. So the almond green paintwork that's on here is the original colour that has been resprayed twice in my ownership of the car. But on this latest evolution, I've added that old English white roof. So that's there purely as a homage to what's under the bonnet. So it's a Cooper S engine under the bonnet, and I wanted to add the white roof to give that Cooper S look and the Cafe Racer look, with the stripe over the bonnet and over the wing. So around the front, we've gone with the Cooper S bonnet badging there, which again just gives that little hint of what's under the bonnet. And then again with the 3-legged Manx symbol, which obviously has a bit of significance there as well, but we'll come into that once we lift the bonnet. Grill wise, we are now sporting the Morris Cooper slotted grill as opposed to the standard pressed Morris Mini Minor grill. Again, just to keep that Cooper S theme running through. The bumper overriders and bars are original to the car, and obviously Coopers and Cooper S's had those as well, so they've been kept. The lighting arrangement here that I've gone for is the Lucas P700 tripod headlamps, and then the indicators have been replaced with actually Austin Healey 3000 side lights, which have been wired in with an amber bulb there to add as indicators. So they may not be to everyone's taste, but I think it gives the car quite a meaningful look about from the front. And then again, obviously we've added the leather bonnet strap there for the cafe racer look, along with the bullet mirrors on the little alloy brackets. Now these are Speedwell replica brackets that a friend of mine made up for me, with the Downton bullet mirror, which then I've just painted obviously in the anthracite there, just as a wee bit of contrast. Brakes and wheel arrangement. Well, the brakes are 7.5 inch discs to the front, with widened drums to the rear, just for that to add to the Cooper S feel there, and they would have been standard fit on a Cooper S. And incidentally, the hubs and braking arrangement from this car actually came from a 1965 Cooper S. The wheels, through my ownership, I've gone through quite a number of varying wheels, alloys and steels on this car, but for this evolution I've gone here with the 4.5 by 10 inch Cooper S reverse rim from Dunlop. Now, these are original Dunlop wheels, and are all shot there in Yokohama 165 profile tires, which again just fill out the arches well as well. So on the rear of the car, obviously that woodwork is kind of the main thing which shows us off as being a traveller, and obviously being standard fit on the car, I've retained that. Now this is replacement wood which I fitted back in '98, so the wood's on the car over 20 years now, and it's still as good as the day that they were first fitted. So but that is the look of the Mini Traveller. Coming around the back then, the biggest change I've made to the rear there is that Lucas Spotlight, fog light actually, which is wired up to the reverse light there as well, so just add to that cafe racer look. And again, the Morris Cooper S and 1275 badges, just to give a little hint of what's under the bonnet. Now, I've added the overriders to the rear quarter bumpers, which wasn't standard, but I just fitted just to sort of balance to the front end, and I think they actually look quite good on the car. And the number plate light, again, it's a little change just from the standard ones there, still from the BMC stable, and they were actually from an MG B that I had, so just a little addition there as well. And then finally that exhaust, it's a Manaflow RC40, especially made for the long wheelbase cars as well, with the extra length. Okay, under here then we have that 1275 Cooper S, which is now being given a plus 20 bore to give 1293 cc's, complete with the twin carburetors with the obligatory Lego head dash pods and that alloy rubber cover, so sporting the Manx Racing Developments logo there, which is also on the bonnet on the boot lid there. But like I said, the engine is built to a Manx spec by Mervyn Johnson, also known as the Tully Hummond Flyer. He won the touring class in the Circuit of Ireland Rally 1964 and has been building mini engines for many years, and so there's not very much he doesn't know about a mini engine, so he was kind enough to build this one for me, and built to his specification. So and then the oil catch tank there, running from an Appendix K racing Mini as well, so a little bit of added sportiness. Or just looking at anything, but maybe not the most pretty looking engine bay, but that will be a future project then, just to tidy up the wiring and maybe even replace the wiring loom and give the engine a bit of a spruce up under the bonnet. Okay, so we're just jumping into the interior here now. So first of all, I just want to mention the front seats are out of a Mark III Cooper S, and they are temporaries at the moment, and just until I decide of what direction I'm going to go with. It'll be probably some form of a bucket seat, but I'm not sure what yet, so they will be replaced with something appropriate at a later date. The rear seat, if I just tip the front seats up, the rear seat is the original, just been retrimmed in the two-tone just to give that Cooper look again, and then all of the trim panels in the rear and the doors all would have originally been green, now all replaced with grey, again just to give that kind of Cooper look about it. The wood rim steering wheel was one actually the very first things I added to the Mini back 20 years ago, and still there. Absolutely love this wheel. And then in the interior, in the rear, in the dash there, this is the original dash in the car. Obviously the speedo has been upgraded now to the 130 Cooper S speedo, and the walnut surround is from a Wolseley Hornet, but just again something I added quite a few years ago just to just for something a little bit different. And then we have here the auxiliary gauges as well. In the doors, out of these little switch panels, currently just not wired up yet. They're just they're future proofing. We'll have offside and near side lights, which are these little boys here, which are actually from the rear companion bins in a Mini Saloon, probably been around about 1960, 61 sort of era. And then again I've added in the one if I decide to put in a boot light. And on the opposite side for the navigator, passenger, we have the Butler's map reading light, currently being operated by Mr. Bean Steady. But we are hoping to maybe use this Mini in a few maybe night nav rallies. Again, I mentioned the fact that because of the donor vehicle being 1984 Mini, I've gone with the rocker gear switches and the later type steering column. Again, that's maybe our project maybe for the future, just to convert that back into the original Mark 1 type. But the biggest change in the interior has to be this gear linkage. This is a CAD internal gear linkage from Kent Automotive Developments, mainly designed for racing Minis, but I've been using it here since since this last rebuild, and I absolutely love it. It's a quick shift gear linkage, but the main reason for using it is because with this being a Mark 1, has quite a narrow transmission tunnel. I didn't have room for the rod change gearbox, which is now fitted, and the bigger exhaust, so hence why I went with the this arrangement. A couple of other things we've added from the BMC parts bin, these little pull handles from a Morris Minor, and out of a Land Crab or Morris 1800 is this the grab handles, which were used in a lot of the works rally cars as well. And then the chrome catches from a much earlier Mark 1 Mini. Stay in the boot. It's generally not really much to see here really, all fairly standard, although I've got these little alloy panels made up just for the recesses in the doors, just for why not. And with a bit of no room under the bonnet, the washer bottle has now been relocated to the boot on a little custom made alloy bracket as well. And of course you can't go anywhere without your picnic baskets. So that's my tour of my 1964 Morris Mini Traveller. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a thumbs up. Remember to hit the subscribe button and click that little bell icon there as well, just to get notifications of future videos. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.